In task 7D, number 3, you're asked to construct a line graph showing Australia's population from 1900 to the year 2000. Now, I've constructed my graph in the following way. I've gone 1900 on my grid paper, 10, 20, 30, 40 through to 2020 or 2020. Please notice I've done that as there's a question where I've asked to extend my population a little bit further. And on the y-axis, going up in 2 million groupings. So I'll just demonstrate how to get this started. And then, miraculously, the whole lot will have appeared in front of your eyes in a moment or two's time. Now notice here, I'm estimating, because I don't have an exact 5, I've got an exact 6, but I'm just doing my groupings like that. Now having put all my points in, I'm just going to join them dot to dot using my ruler. A nice clear plastic one on this occasion. Notice by angling the ruler, being a clear plastic one, I can see exactly where I'm going. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to continue that line a little bit further because I suspect I'm going to need it for an additional question. Please notice everything beyond 2000, I don't have my data table. To go beyond this rest of this question, I'm going to use the graph. Obviously, I've drawn the graph. 1900, I'm just going to go straight to the table. On the table, it was 3.8 million. Now, in what year did Australia's population first reach 7 million? Once again, I've got that data figure straight off the table. The graph really hasn't come to the fore. Now, here, there isn't a 5 million figure. It occurs somewhere between 1910 and 1920. So I'm just going to have to look at the graph in that instance and do an estimation. So what I'll do, I'll get my ruler and go across from 5 million, which is about there, and then read down to the approximate year. Please note, I don't have the data between those 2 years, but it's still an estimate. So you can see here, about 1915 was when the population first hit the 5 million mark. Now, if I want to explain or discuss the trend from 1900 to 2000, I can talk a little bit about it. So it's increased from the 3.8 million in 1900. I'll say it's a steady increase. There's a few bibbles and bops, etc., to 19.0 million in the year 2000. Now, if I was to extend my graph to about 2020, as I discussed earlier, all I've done, I've lined my graph up so it follows an approximate straight line, and I've extended my graph to about 2020. I'm going to rule up from 2020 and rule across, and that will give me an estimate. So the way in which I've drawn my graph, it's about 23 million. Now I know for a fact that data is wrong, but this is the case for all estimations. I'll just move that up so it can be seen. So increasing from the 3.8 million right through to 19 million, and the approximation ruling up and across about 23 million. When did Australia's population first reach about 20 million people? Well, in a very similar way. It's already happened, of course. Ruling across from 20 and ruling down. It's about 2005. And the extended graph, as I've said already, about 23.0 million people. They're estimating now a bit closer to 25 on more recent data I've seen. So you can see the value of a line graph presents the data really neatly. We can read and make some predictions from the graph, approximations, and also we can do some extrapolation or extension beyond the data we've been given.